Frontline Updates, where we delve deep into military strategies and updates from conflict zones. Today, we're discussing the progress of the ongoing special military operation as of August 9th, 2024. I'm your host, Sharifa Muhammad, MGT.
I'm Colonel AUC Oguntoye, an infantry officer. Extensive aerial and artillery strikes. The Russian armed forces executed 19 group strikes using high-precision weapons and attack UAVs. Targets included Ukrainian defense industry enterprises, energy facilities, airfields, air defense systems, and various logistics hubs like fuel bases and ammunition depots.
Welcome to today's episode of Frontline Updates podcast. Today, we're joined by Colonel AUC Oguntoye to discuss the developments in the ongoing special military operation over the past week. Colonel, thank you for joining us. Can you provide an overview of the major actions from August 3rd to August 9th?
Thank you for having me. This past week, the Russian armed forces have been very active, conducting 19 high-precision strikes and utilizing attack UAVs against key Ukrainian infrastructure, which included defense industry enterprises, airfield facilities, and various logistic hubs. This has significantly impacted Ukraine's operational capabilities.
That sounds like a broad and coordinated effort. Could you detail the specific outcomes in the North Group of Forces?
Yes, in the north, our forces have been focused on repelling Ukrainian attempts to invade Russian territory, particularly in the Kursk direction. We've employed Army aviation and artillery effectively, stopping enemy raids and inflicting heavy losses, including 945 servicemen and 102 armored vehicles just in this area. Overall, in their area of responsibility, the North Group caused losses totaling 1,650 servicemen and numerous pieces of military equipment.
Moving west, how did the West Group of Forces fare this past week?
The West Group has made excellent tactical gains. They've successfully defeated several Ukrainian brigades and repelled a counterattack by the 116th Mechanized Brigade. Their actions resulted in the loss of over 460 Ukrainian servicemen and significant hardware, including an infantry fighting vehicle and various artillery units.
What about the actions of the Southern Group of Forces?
The Southern Group has also made substantial gains. They improved their positions along the front line and successfully repelled 7 counterattacks from Ukrainian forces. Throughout the week, they inflicted losses of up to 4,240 servicemen and a considerable amount of military hardware, including a Croatian-made MLRS launcher and numerous NATO-made artillery units.
Can you share the developments involving the Center Group of Forces?
Yes, the Center Group had a pivotal week, liberating several settlements within the Donetsk People's Republic and decisively defeating multiple Ukrainian brigades. They repelled 22 counterattacks and inflicted extensive losses, including 2 tanks and several U.S. and German-made armored vehicles.
How did the East and DNEPR groups perform?
The East Group secured better tactical positions and overcame significant Ukrainian forces, destroying several Western-made artillery units and repelling 4 counterattacks. The Dnieper Group was particularly notable for thwarting a Ukrainian landing attempt on the Kinburn Spit, destroying the entire landing force and causing significant equipment losses.
With such intensive operations, how effective were your air defense and naval forces this week?
Our air defense systems have been outstanding, shooting down 3 Ukrainian fighters, several cruise missiles, and a large number of UAVs. Additionally, the Black Sea Fleet successfully repelled an attack by unmanned boats on the Sevastopol naval base, destroying all assailants.
To conclude, what can you say about the cumulative impact of these operations?
Since the beginning of the operation, we have seen substantial degradation of Ukrainian military capabilities, with significant losses in aircraft, armored vehicles, and artillery. Our strategic and tactical maneuvers continue to press our advantage across all fronts.
What is the situation in Kursk region on the evening of August 9th?
As the reserves of the Russian armed forces are brought into battle in the Kursk region, counter-battles and cleanups of the sabotage and reconnaissance groups remaining in the plantations arise. In some cases, the Ukrainian armed forces have organized resistance, in others they do not, which indirectly indicates the emergence of the first problems with troop management. Russian special forces are actively combing the areas where the Ukrainian armed forces may have appeared in the last 3 days and are directing aircraft at those who are trying to leave their positions and retreat back. There won't be any easy work in the near future, but there is already a feeling that it is becoming more difficult for those who have come running across the border to cope.
Colonel, thank you for providing such a detailed briefing on the current military situation. Your insights are invaluable to our understanding of the conflict's dynamics. And thank you to our listeners for tuning in. Join us next time as we continue to provide up-to-date coverage on global military affairs. Stay with us for more updates and expert analyses on global defense and security issues. Stay informed, stay secure.
Thank you for providing the platform to discuss these critical developments. It's important that the public understands the effectiveness and scope of our military efforts. Thousands of Palestinians are forced to flee Khan Yunis once again as Israeli forces launch a new assault on southern Gaza. The Israeli army attacks some 30 sites after issuing new evac orders for the city's exhausted residents.